Hello guys, so this time around we're going to talk about a fad that's been going on in the retro gaming community right now when it comes to systems and stuff. And one of the fads has basically been loading classic games into your console through micro SD cards, right? This has been a big fad late. I don't want to call it a fad. A big moment towards this right now, because a fad would mean it's temporary, it's going to go away. I don't think it's going to go away. It's something that more people are going to iterate better on this thing, and more people want all their games, whether they want them in or not. More people like to have all their games on one little thing and play any game they want to of that system. So, not necessarily going to be a fad, though it is more of a niche thing right now. So, there's been an addition to the amount of one of the things doing this. In this case, basically, the Dreamcast had the replace the disk drive with a micro, SD card enabled device. Well, now the creator behind that hardware is back, and this time around he's doing a Sega Saturn version of it. So if you're a big Sega Saturn fan and you like something like this, so basically this one's called the Rhea R-H-E-A. I don't know why I want to put W at the beginning of that. Arriving from the one behind the GDEMU. Basically, this development kit will load game disks into memory from removable media. Again, similar to the other one, it'll serve as a complete replacement for your disk drive for the Sega Saturn, meaning original discs will no longer be needed to play your games. But, the Rhea, this is rather interesting, because this thing is rather interesting, because the Rhea will plug into your console using existing cable from within. However, there is some additional soldering when needed to power this device. Again, this shouldn't deter you. This is not like incredibly hard thing to do. But once this thing does become available, it looks like it has a lot of cool features with it. Obviously you get the loading the iOS games with this, which is obviously the main appeal for most people. You'll also be able to automatically region patch games, which is a really cool thing, that this thing will automatically region patch the game. So if there's a region patch, it'll just do it. Now, there's been another suggestion about this rather interesting, that there's going to be another solder point which will potentially be added to the device to allow the console to automatically change between 50 and 60 hertz video modes depending on the game of your choice. So basically, if that thing can do this, then if a game's 50 or 60 hertz, it'll just automatically switch. You won't have to do it yourself. Again, this looks, really cool for those people who, maybe you have an extra Saturn, you're a big Saturn fan, you're like, man, I'd like to have every game in one place. That way I don't have to keep changing all the discs and everything else. Or maybe you want it, like maybe you want one up in the other room, and that one you just want to have all the games at disposal, but not dragging the games back and forth. This would be an interesting thing. Again, I have not seen, there's no price announced yet for this thing, so, but it is cool. Again, one of those little cool things that if you're interested in replacing it, you want that console in another room, and all the games available, so you don't have to go lugging games back and forth, because maybe you just want your games in the game room or something. And this is a cool thing for that. Again, like all things like this, it all depends on price. That is the main thing with this thing. Price is the big thing about these things. If this thing's affordable, it's an option for people. If this thing's not, then it becomes a very niche product. It's already niche. It makes it even more niche than before. Again, I think these things are cool that people are doing this, where people are interested. But I think people who actually love the system itself and have it in their game room probably aren't going to modify the one in the game room. And more to me seems like something you'd modify if you want to have another console somewhere else, because you love that console so much and you'd like to have all the games on it. Or people who just want to experiment and mod their console and see how it turns out. Again, I think it's cool. But again, I don't own a Saturn. But I did own the Dreamcast, but I didn't get the Dreamcast one just simply because I only have one and I don't want to modify the one I have. I have the original games, I want to play on that. If I had a second one and had extra money, I would definitely think about it, because it'd definitely be cool to have all those games in one spot. So, what do you think about the Sega Saturn now getting this SD card to completely replace the disc drive in it if you want all the games available? Or is there another console you'd like to see this done to? Anyway, Love to hear your guys' opinions on this topic like always. And like always, thanks for liking, favorite, subscribing. I really do appreciate it, guys. And I will make another video talking about something cool soon.